Coming up, we'll see Sam Howell. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Commanders and the Niners.
Season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Check right, quick, yellow, one.
And they'll run the option to start the drive.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Throwing now is Lance.
Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, when you got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free and off he goes. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
In last week's game, the numbers. Unfortunately, his effort not enough to help put him over the hump in that defeat.
And let's face it, this is a guy who absolutely hates to lose. When we talked with him, he wasn't talking about the plays he made, was he?
No.
He's talking about the plays he didn't make. That's absolutely the mark of a true pro.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down.
They tried their best to pick up that 3rd and 1, but their surge wasn't enough to counteract what came back at them from the defensive side, was it?
Offensive line, especially in the middle, looked like they were on skates a little bit when that one started.
So now we bring up 4th and inches. This will be a critical call.
Had just the 1 big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, 1 big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders.
At their own 44.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw and coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
And a pretty good burst there as he get this across midfield and down to the 46. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down. On first down, right back to Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The numbers on the ground for Gibson a week ago. 12 carries, 92 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Powell throwing on third down here. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there. And now fourth down.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line.
Opposite, green, check, pitch, Midwest.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. Here's Lance.
And that is incomplete. Some mistakes already in the first quarter. If he holds on to that one, first down.
Yeah, and I guarantee you that at least one defensive back out there has reminded him of that fact, trying to get into his head and hoping that'll affect him the rest of the game.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Faking the handoff, Howell.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
From the gun on third down, Howell.
That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 26. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
They'll run with Gibson.
And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd and goal. Howell. Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Commanders are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be...
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Here's Lance to throw it. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. Able to haul it in is Kittle. And he is going to have a 49ers first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Up the gut, McCaffrey. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Oh, good move. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They run with McCaffrey off the option. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Drake Jackson in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Lance and the 49ers now. 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Now Lance completes it to the tight end Kittle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Lance now on 1st down. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Lance. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. 2nd down and goal. Lance, the tight end Kittle, has it on the left side. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score.
Okay.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Lance looking to throw it. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
So as they take it over, we step aside. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
First down, how to throw. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts
as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Powell. This pass complete to McLaurin going across the middle.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
Powell down to throw it.
And he fires one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Lance. Quick throw, knocked away, and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And Lance now to throw.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
A final shot before half for Lance.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball. So we are at halftime here on...
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense ready to go to begin the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's how to throw it. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards. shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Howell. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
60 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
He continues to deliver a first down here. He had 4 catches in the first half, and this one number 5.
Now Howell. Dodson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Commanders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half.
Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Throwing now is Lance.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. And we'll get another look now at Sam Howell in this Commanders offense.
And he had the touchdown on the last drive, also 4 for 4. Very, very effective. What does he need to do to translate that forward into this drive?
Not think that what he saw in coverages last time is exactly what he's going to get again. He's got to play ahead and start thinking to himself, okay, we just did that. What are they going to take away now? What do we go to as a counter? And continue to encourage his offensive line to continue to give him time.
They were really good on the last drive. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Howell throwing on first down here.
It's complete to Brown, right side.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now they go play action with Howell. Coming across the field, he finds Dotson.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple, down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Powell. Quick slant, Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the first and goal.
Throwing here, Howell.
The quick slant caught. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. There to make the grab.
And the Commanders will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Off the option, here's McCaffrey.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL. EA Sports. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Lance going to throw.
And incomplete. They tried to drop it off, but he couldn't hold on.
Desperation time here. Lance.
He's going to let this one go deep. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
79 yards rushing now for Gibson. He's got a first down. Powell out of the shotgun.
This is caught.
Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin
from 8 yards out.
And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a fourth straight loss.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack.
Lance.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. It's a loss of a yard, so they wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Returnable here for Callaway.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. But the game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
From the 37, they work on 2nd and 6. A give to Gibson running right.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Fields it right around the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 40 now on second down.
Lance
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. They'll run this one right with Robinson.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A handoff for Gibson.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
So here we go, 4th down, Howell.
He gets this one to Johnson.
Yeah, this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington 1st down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
Just 2
in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Here's a give to Gibson.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Gibson again.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. He's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
This was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Washington,
the win moves them to 8-7 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.